So, the 5 moods of King Thrax: anger, sorrow, envy, joy, and calm? Or is it? Up until now, we thought calm was one of the 5 rotating emotions, based off of an article by PC Gamer a few months ago, but maybe, just maybe, calm is duviri's default state when we run the quest, because today, DE released this on Twitter.
They're coming out of the ground. The unhallowed earth. Shadows moving. I can't look at them. Make them go away.
So, fear is a storm in Dominus Thrax's mind, with shadows moving on unhallowed earth while coming out of the ground. Shadows moving on unhallowed ground might be another reference to Rel, similar to the shadows in the Chains of Harrow quest, which of course attack you as you're doing that quest, or it might not be. We'll find out, I guess, on Wednesday. But fear is one of the emotions, and maybe the shadows will be the mutator that spiral gives you. Instead of enemies dealing extra elemental damage like other emotions does, instead maybe shadows will spawn and constantly be chasing you and attacking you. Now, we don't know who the character is yet doing the actual voice or who's telling the actual story as you're running that spiral, but what we do know is that the world of duviri will alter depending on which mood Thrax's current spiral is in. Each cycle lasts 2 hours and then it will switch to a different spiral. But over the last few days, Warframe have been releasing different snippets on Twitter which shows off the moods and the voice actors for characters which seem to be telling the story for each of these spirals that we're going to be running during these world-changing emotions. Now, you already heard the fear one, but what about the rest? This is sorrow.
I am sorrow, and suffering is my lot. I have grieved for long enough. Today, we shall turn the world upside down.
Now, this emotion follows a character in duviri called Lucinia, who indulged in sorrow according to the recent primetime with Rebecca and Megan when they showed it off, with what sounds like maybe Mother narrating the story or whoever the same voice actress is, and Lucinia voicing her own parts. And with sorrow, it seems like duviri will be covered in rain, torrential rain, like the world itself is almost crying. But it doesn't say if enemies will deal any extra form of damage, like maybe cold damage, or what kind of mutator that emotional spiral will give you for the 2 hours that you're running out on duviri. Which leads us up to envy, the next emotion.
I want everything. Every coin, every thread, every blade of grass. Let us collect.
This is where the sky will glow green and all of the enemies in duviri will deal extra toxin damage. In the footage for it, you can clearly see green particles around the weapons that the enemy units are swinging, and like fear, we don't know what this character's name is or what the story is around this spiral, but it almost sounds Corpus-like, looking for every coin, every blade of grass. They want everything, and now is the time to collect. The greed, right? It almost sounds like greed more so than envy, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's what this is and not envy, if the name has been changed, but again, we'll find out Wednesday. Next up, we have anger.
I've seen you drifting among the isles of my kingdom. Suffer the consequences!
So for anger, the sky glows red and fireballs fall from the sky. We've seen this in a few past dev streams as well, while enemies will also deal extra fire damage. But the character mentions seeing us drifting among the isles of his kingdom. So maybe anger is Thrax himself when he gets fed up and the Oro worm comes out to play, although the voice sounds very, very different to what he sounded like during the prime time last week when Thrax spoke during the sorrow spiral about Lucinia.
You seem more apt to study alphabet.
I would agree.
I think you would agree.
Now, I haven't heard the voice for the joy emotion yet, and I expect DE to release that snippet on Twitter tomorrow, so make sure and stay tuned for that. But the fear one and the shadows moving on unhallowed ground definitely is adding to the community's idea that this could very well be an alternate rel. But let me know in the comment section below what you think. Have a great day, and as always, thanks for watching.